studio production begins in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome to Community Foundation Spotlight on PAC 14. I'm Erica Joseph, president at the Community Foundation, and we look forward to bringing community efforts to you to learn more about how you can get involved and the wonderful programs and services that are right here in Wicomico County and the Lower Eastern Shore. We're highlighting the Eastern Shore Mission of Mercy, and my friend Sharon DeShields here, co-lead of the community effort underway right now for the 2019 Mission of Mercy. Welcome, Sharon.
Thank you, and thank you to the Community Foundation for the support that you have given us over the years. We could not have made this happen without the Community Foundation.
Well, and it's a perfect time just to remind people that all donations to the Eastern Shore Mission of Mercy come to the Community Foundation. And
Correct.
So if you would like to support it, www.cfes.org is the place to make that financial contribution. So we'll get that out of the way and we'll remind people later. In case people have not heard about this tremendously valuable program that you bring every other year to Wicomico County and the broader region, what is the Eastern Shore Mission of Mercy?
It is a 2-day event. We take over the entire Wicomico County Youth and Civic Center. It is a free dental clinic, free, underlined, because no questions are asked, except medical questions, obviously. No insurance is needed. No one under 18 is allowed to attend. That is the only thing people need to remember.
As a patient and a volunteer?
Exactly.
So either way. So you have to
Right.
be 18 or above to be involved at all.
Exactly, exactly. But what we do is we set the clinic up on Wednesday, April the 3rd, this coming year. And that involves bringing 100 dentist chairs and everything that goes into seeing a patient when they go to a dental office. And then the 3rd and the 4th are taken up with setup, and then the actual clinic opens at 7 a.m. on Friday the 5th, and then again on Saturday the 6th. And it is first come, first serve. So unfortunately, everyone needs to line up.
And that is one of the things that is so important, because you are trying to serve as many people as possible within that relatively brief amount of time on Friday and Saturday, the 5th and 6th.
Right.
And it is first come, first served. So people will have to assemble in line outside the Civic Center. And as you start opening the doors, I've had the benefit of being a volunteer at the clinic. It moves surprisingly quickly. You all have learned a lot over the past few events and facilitate that. So what does a patient need to know beyond that there'll be a need to stand in line once they arrive to the clinic?
Okay, what we do is people, like I said, line up, and then you are numbered. We have wristbands, so everyone is numbered in line. And if we say it opens at 7, we don't have a closing time, because the dentists determine when they can actually finish the group that's already inside the Civic Center. So you come into the Civic Center, you will then be escorted. No one goes through the Civic Center unescorted. If you have problems with nerves or you're anxious or anything like that, we have an escort service, people that are trained to deal with that. And you come into the Civic Center, you go upstairs, there's a waiting area, and then we bring you down in groups of 20, 10, 20, 25, and then you register in the front. So if you can envision the Civic Center, you walk in the front door as a patient, and then you're registered. Then you go down to the Da Nang room and you will be screened. It's called medical screening. Unfortunately, this is the bad part. If there seems to be a medical issue, even if you stood in line all night, we may not be able to serve you, only because it's for your health and also the insurance and the liability piece. So after that, everyone receives an x-ray. Then you go to triage, and that is they determine what is the most pressing issue that you want. And in 2017, we served 1,200 patients in 2 days.
Amazing.
It is amazing, and they're all served by licensed professionals. The dentists come from all over the shore, the hygienists, and we have their donate their time, and it came out to be a huge amount of money, as those of you that go to the dentist understand. This is not something for needy people. It is not something for anybody except someone that wants dental care. Those of you know how expensive dental care is. So we're offering this for those that are willing to stand in line, and it's everybody and anybody.
So, and we've talked about this within our own office, you know, even if you have dental insurance, sometimes the services that you are going to need are beyond the financial resources that you have. So it is an opportunity to address, you know, especially if there are things that are causing you pain. So it could be everything from cavities to teeth that need to be pulled to, you know, the dentists there do an amazing amount of work. I mean, it becomes a dental office.
It is.
On a very massive scale.
And the setup is what's fascinating, because a dental office needs capability to have water flowing, deal with biohazard materials, and to have all the electricity. So we have huge amount of support in the community, in kind as well as financially. But the one thing you're talking about, Erica, we only do cleanings, extractions, and fillings. There are no dentures, there are no implants, and no pulling of wisdom teeth, because it's just time intensive.
And so you're trying to get as many immediate urgent needs addressed as possible.
Right,
and so you've done this will be the fourth
Correct.
Event of this scale, and just to see every couple of years, and I know it doesn't just happen every couple of years because there's so much work that goes into preparing and planning for each one. What have you learned? What are you doing a little differently? You know, what will this fourth event look like for our community?
We are concentrating again, trying to pre-screen the veterans, not because they are needy, again, but because it's a thank you for what they've done for our country. And any veterans out there, if they would be willing to go on our website.
And what is that?
www.easternshoremom.org. And I have to put a plug in for the website. It's been really spiffed up. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, and our website has everything you need. But the veterans, we would like to pre-screen them on Thursday in the afternoon, and if they're interested, they just need to go on our website or contact Fred Howard at Warwick Community College. So we're hoping to offer that for them as a thank you.
And you mentioned Warwick, and I know I don't mean to put you on the spot because it'll be hard to mention everyone, and so the goal is not to leave anyone out, but this really is a true community effort, and so many organizations come together under the Mission of Mercy leadership of you and the dental side to make this a reality. We've been happy to be the sort of financial arm to accept those donations on your behalf. You mentioned Warwick is helping to facilitate and lead that veterans effort. Share some of the other groups that are part of this this event every other year.
Well, we just got a grant from Blue Cross Care First for $70,000, which is awesome, because when we bring in the dental chairs, that probably will cost us $50,000. We have the WMDT and WBOC and Comcast have been absolutely phenomenal as far as the publicity. We hope everyone has seen the publicity that's been running, and we have great spots. And they work with us very diligently on that. We also have other people in the community that do in-kind services that offer. Our electrician on site, the plumber on site, both offer the labor, and that can be quite an endeavor to get all of that put up. The Wicomico County, in general, Wicomico County supports this by giving us the Civic Center as our place of operation. And if you go to other Eastern Shore other Mission of Mercy moms that are anywhere in the state, we have 5 major ones in the state. The Wicomico Youth and Civic Center is absolutely ideal for putting on something like this because of the flow. And we take over the entire Civic Center.
Yeah, it does allow you to bring people in and move them and address different needs and get all the information that you need. you mentioned how many people come together for this effort, but there's still needs, you know, like the Care First grant that came through, that's wonderfully generous, and you will put it to good use. Thank you to them for that support again this time around. But there's more needs beyond that. So how can people who are seeing the program now or who perhaps have not heard of it before get involved this year?
We would love more volunteers. In 2017, we had 1,400 volunteers over that probably 3-day period, because most of the leads and the people in charge of the 42 teams set up. So we also are tapping into, thanks to Salisbury University football team, they're going to help with the breakdown. The Rotarians have been tremendously supportive. But we do need volunteers, and you can volunteer if you go to our website and register there. And there's a description, so don't feel intimidated, because there's a nice description of what your job will involve when you do sign up to volunteer. And there's something for everyone, and the volunteers are fed very well when they come as well.
I was amazed when I was a volunteer, and I have 0 healthcare experience. So no dental experience, nothing of that sort. But there was certainly lots of things for me to get involved with in our team at the foundation. Many of us volunteered. But you had need for people with medical or healthcare background skills, and so that's there. You also had translators.
Yes.
Need for volunteer translators, which I was just blown away to see the impact that having those volunteers on hand made for the patients that were arriving. A lot of it's just moving place to place, moving information, moving supplies, moving people, and so you know, it's a wonderful way to feel like you're contributing to this much larger impact in the community, and all you really have to do is be able to show up.
Right. And the nice thing is, beyond nice, is that you have the dentists and the hygienists on the clinical side all donating their time. And it turned out, I think we added it up last time, and it was over $1 million worth of service.
Wow.
And then we have the pharmacies in town. We have 5 pharmacies that we don't have any narcotics on the site, no cash, no narcotics, nothing that anyone would be interested in coming and taking. And so you don't leave, the patient does not leave in severe pain, hopefully. And if they need Tylenol or something mild like that, we have that available on site. And again, another person that donates is, we have an on-call service that is open for 30 days after the clinic out of Georgetown. And when you do have a major problem, if you've had quite a few extractions in that 1 hour and you need some follow-up, then they can refer you. So they have every base covered. It's amazing.
Yeah, it
is. Just amazing.
It is it's a tremendous gift that all of the volunteers and all of the volunteer clinical staff bring to Salisbury and the Wycomico Youth and Civic Center every couple of years. I know that some people watching will have already missed this event just because we'll be running this program up until the Mission of Mercy in April, but you do have a fun fundraiser coming up in March 8th, so tell us a little bit about that.
It's called Tooth Fairy Follies, and it will be taking place at Dove Point on March the 8th, as you just said, after work from 6 to 9. And we have a silent auction, and we have a Chinese auction, and we have some fun people bartending. We have Wes and Natalie Davis as the entertainment. The food will be amazing. We do have a cash bar, but we will not, it's not going to break the bank. And we have, it's just going to be a fun event.
And you're promoting that on Facebook, I think?
It's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, on our website. We just have a phenomenal, I have to give a shout out to Mike Levy for really spiffing up our webpage this particular go-around.
And let's remind folks what that is so that because there's so much information there. Where do they visit?
www.easternshoremom.org. So
you can support Mission of Mercy on March 8th. Certainly a nice evening out to support a great cause. So you can attend March 8th to support Mission of Mercy. You can go to the website to volunteer. to get more information as a patient. And to just know more about what that program is bringing here to Salisbury on April 5th and 6th. And then if you would like to contribute, you can visit www.cfes.org to make a contribution to the Mission of Mercy Fund. All proceeds going directly to support the dental clinic here in Wicomico County. Did we miss any important information that people need to know?
Don't think so. When you mentioned the interpreters, that was something that I had forgotten, and that we have that capability, which is amazing.
It makes it seamless, and I know how intimidating the dentist can be sometimes, especially if you haven't been for a while, and so you all go above and beyond to try to make it as seamless, as pain-free, as stress-free, and as accessible as you possibly can. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much, and thank you again to the Community Foundation. We
So,
appreciate it.
We appreciate you. So thank you for watching and learning more about the Eastern Shore Mission of Mercy, the tremendous team of volunteers that works to put this together. We thank them. We encourage you to visit easternshoremom.org to learn more about this event and how you can get involved. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.